It seems we're gonna be alive and my OBS is not crashing this time around. Great, awesome, hooray! Welcome. Yeah, we have a minute now still on hand before the actual race server goes live. We have about half an hour of practice and then qualifying. As I'm mentioned in the section that nobody will ever read, nobody will ever watch this part, whatever this matters, there is a bit of a stacked grid here. Like, we obviously have Marek, who's been hard competition in the preseason races with me. But we also have a second Maserati, although I'm not expecting him quite to beat me, but hey, who knows? And we have where is it? Who's? I feel like Elin Silly and Radu Reiter are people that I should like think about, but then again, they really didn't perform in the preseason races whenever they showed up. So it's like, do I just misremember them being better because I was just down on luck back in the day with my KTM and having to drive against them in the back of the field, something like that, or I've just gotten better? I don't assume that. I definitely don't assume that. But who knows, actually, maybe they've also gotten better. Maybe it's just they've been sandbagging and now they take the sandbags off and they'll suddenly beat everyone. Looking at, there's a bunch of names that I'm like not recognizing really. There's a bunch of British guys in Ginetas. Like, no joke, there's a David Price, there's Anthony Brand, there's Antonio Gisonio, that's an interesting British name, Joseph Tiga, and they're all in Ginetas. That's interesting. Ginetta has a bit of a following, I see. Wow. As I said, there's a second Maserati. Kenmin999, who had been driving in the past the KTM. When there was a GT4 AM class, he was driving KTM. While I was driving KTM and GT4 Pro. And, he didn't even do that badly from time to time. But he's driving a McLaren now. Let's see how he does with that. We will have scorching conditions on the server. There's absolute scorching hot conditions, and with this car, this is probably not going to end well for me, but we'll take our W's where we can get them. Jesus, this thing completely freezes up once we... Once it has to render through the liveries briefly. Right then. Let us browse to the SRXP server. Excuse me, please. There should be an SRXP server. Like, one of their servers should usually be up. Maybe they've taken the practice server down, who knows. Usually they have some server up. I found the one case where there's nothing up. XP. No, nothing. They've taken all their practice servers down. So we just have to wait for the race server to actually launch right now. And yeah, what I was talking about with the entry list. How many GT4s do we actually have here? We have, was it 53 drivers? Was this number accurate? Okay, drivers listed as event started. Okay, 51. Some people have signed out. But there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 GT4 signed up. Not a small number. Quite a few 3 Alpines in the grid. 2 Maseratis, 2 McLarens. 2 Audis, 1 Merc, 4 Porsche. Yeah. Oh yeah, but I've not mentioned the most important person that I've talked about around the hot prides. Iversen also signed up with an A110. Oh, come on, servers up. Come on, find it. We know it's out there. I'm still pretending like the server's down. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I just realized. That's the problem. I had my filter list set from Friday still to filter for GT3 only. So I didn't even see the server. Because obviously there were servers up still from them. It's just that I hadn't set up my stuff correctly. Well. Went on the server, I guess. Yeah, Iversen is here. He's not just signed up, he's actually here. Up the grid. Right then. Load the aggressive preset and let's see what we're gonna do. Last time I looked at the temperature gauge, it was definitely lower than this. Last time I looked at it, it was like, oh, 35 track time, like whatever. Look back at it, it's like 46, and I'm like, fucking hell, why does this thing always take like 2 hours to update? It always takes like 2 hours to update in. I'm obviously talking about the in-game HUD that no one can see, unfortunately. But, yeah. Why does it, like, you join a server and it's like, oh, it's dry. And like, no. It's not dry, it is raining badly. And it takes like 5 seconds to update. Or more, actually. In any case, we need probably the brake ducts all the way open. I want probably one click out of the rear wing. Spring rate to softest. That sounds not particularly like this. Although this track is relatively bumpy. What we might put actually some anti-roll bar both in the front and the... Oh. Oh, you can't put the anti-roll bar into the front. I see. You're stuck with what? You can't adjust the anti-roll bar on the front. That is interesting. Didn't know that. Brake pads type 1 still. I know it's a GT4, they might not really last now, but also they last now well enough. Should I drop the tire pressures? Yeah. It is very hot after all. Let's drop the tire pressures by a PSI. I mean, after all, we are 35 air, 46 track temp. That is quite a lot. Right then. Off the jacks off the car. And let her rumble away. Let's see. I have absolutely no clue if this car will be at all competitive in this race. Heck, I know also that there's quite some good drivers as well on the grid. Well, it does feel pretty decent through this section already. But the front end really wants to grip up. Like it. What might make sense is actually to put Type 1 pads on, Type 2 pads on the car, because the wide open brake ducts will result in relatively cold brake discs. So it might make sense to just put Type 1, Type 2 pads on there, and also that will mean that they run cooler, the brakes in general, so we will have less heat going back into the tire. Oh man, the tires are taking their time to get actually up to temp. Pressure, we're only up to 25 psi on the front right. Rear tires are coming a bit quicker up. These conditions might mean that you have to do extra out laps just to get the tires fully up to pressure during qualifying. Jesus, how much? This is really nice. Like the rotation that I got here in turn 1 is like sweet. Also, I do not feel any need to actually soften the springs. The car definitely can just absorb the bumps, even on these stiffer spring rates. Great. This person replied right when I was starting my stream. Oh well. Happens. Hey, one of the Jeanette has them in front of us. Tiga. I think I should probably still take another click out of the rear wing. Ah. Bit hot in there. Maybe my overlays right over the brake bias adjustment. So let's see where it is. Okay. Let's see, where do we come across the line? Ah! You found my string. God damn it. Right. Yeah, I had that also planned. I wasn't lying when I said I would go to dinner. Did leave for dinner, came back, DM'd you, and then set up for this. That's what I'm joking about. Maffei? I didn't see Maffei sign up with Maserati. I thought it was just Thompson and me. Because there's a guy with a Maserati that's actually faster than me right now. That is mildly concerning. And there's a portrait behind. Yeah, but not much improvement in the lap, really. I'm trading a few tenths back and forth, and about 8 tenths down. So it's a bit improvement definitely on the books. It actually works, so that's interesting. Ginetta is not that slow in a straight line, but it will top out at about 240. And well, he decided to laugh at me as well. Minutes remaining still in practice. It's not like I'm finding time here. And all the GT3s by. Somehow I just closed down massively back on my lap. And my delta improved massively there. So, flirting with track limits there. Yeah, there is time in there. Track is on optimum, so it's not like the track is getting much faster right now. So lap time set at the beginning of the session should be equal roughly those set in the end of the session. It's just a matter of getting used to the track. Always exit there. That was not pretty quick there. Oh no, that was a bit too fast. And threw all the time away there. But we know there's time in there, which is the important part. We know the time is there. We just need to nail down the lap. Which is fine, because it's a practice. It doesn't matter where we finish, actually. And how fast we go. We just need to go fast enough. Oh yeah, it is. I don't know what happened there, that like so massively slow on that lap. On my reference lap through there. Interesting. Goodbye. Despite me opening up the brake ducts, the front left is still suffering painfully. Ooh, come on, don't run off again.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Bad exit there, got wheel spin. And despite my improvement, I'm 1 second now down, so... So yeah, the others are improving as well, it's not just me finding time. Yeah, actually my Maserati colleague is fastest right now. That is insulting. It's been annoying when other people are driving also the meme car like you, so it's not... So you can't claim you're the fastest of the meme cars.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag ahead, watch out. There's a slow car ahead.
Oh, that was a terrible run out of the corner. Lost all my time again.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Last time I lost time there, this time I... Last time I oversteered and lost time, this time around I just wasn't quick enough to go faster. throw the exit away. Hello? That was fine, I guess. Just about. I was about to ask myself, like, where everybody is. Again, he's still here, you're just getting in the circuit. Considering how long I've been on this tire set at this point. I've been the entire practice session. I think I drove out with like 20 minutes about on this tire set. In these conditions, and they're still holding up. That is really good news. It's being able to set fastest laps in 20-minute old tires in these conditions with this car is a challenge, at least. Damn. But I guess the track is actually getting faster because what if I just moved the goalpost even further down the road? And now I'm half a second off the pace.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yeah, what was that?
Yellow flag, be careful.
That Porsche just skipped the entire chicane complex there. I think I'm gonna go into the pits.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
I have a few pairs of fire highs. I say calmly as there's a car standing in the middle of the road. But yeah, I have a few pairs. Few. I think I've lost a view of how many I have. Like some time ago I made an image of just how many I have, but I think I bought since then even more. Although I had to take some out of commission due to holes. A couple of them have been taken out of commission for that reason. But technically don't need to practice the pit entry because we don't have a pit stop this race. Let's pull over. But it just was applicable, I guess. Right. How did my tire set 1 look? Light graining on the rear tires, but no flat spots on the front. Nothing of that. Flat spot, no graining, no blistering, nothing. Just the tires exist. Which is actually good news. Temperatures come down a degree. And that won't change much. Oh, thank you. So, for rear wing. I did move the brake bars a bit rearwards, so gonna do that for the setup here as well. And then I think I'm gonna up the tire pressures by 0.2. All of them. I think I'm gonna save this at this point. Maserati, Silverstone 1. Save setup. So. I mean, I have still 2 minutes in here, and then we have overtime. Let's see what the others are doing right now. Oh, he has pulled over my thigh. So who's actually in the front in the GT3s? It is Jonas in an M4. I assume, yeah, it's an M4. With a 58.6, followed half a second down by Chamberlain, then Hartmann, then Mauricio, and then Bullwinkle. Wait a second. That's a last gen Porsche. Oh god. That was a bit close. But yeah, this is not the... What is it? From back it looks actually like the... No. This must be the last gen Porsche, not the new gen. I can open the timetables that were listed. So yeah, he's driving the 991 GT3R. And for example, Trifunvik is driving the 991-2 GT3R. Which is the following generation car. I mean, you could see the difference slightly in the onboard. Interesting choice, Bullwinkle. Interesting choice. I know you try to nerf yourself so you don't absolutely slam dunk everyone else, but did not expect that one. Drive it. I mean, the M6 is still competitive, and I think a few other cars, but the old 911, not sure. I mean, the new one isn't that competitive either. I guess that's the point. List of Audis. I'm always playing the game of like, is there any Audi Evo 1? Because there's, for confusion, there's an Audi R8 GT3, there's an Audi R8 GT3 Evo, there's an Audi R8 GT3 Evo 2. Yes, we have 3 Audi R8s. I finally somewhat figured out how to distinguish the two, and the Evo 2 from the Evo. There's the rear wing, and then the onboard steering wheel looks slightly different. So yeah. That's about it. The Genettas have mostly settled in the back of the GT4 field. We have one Genetta right behind us in the mix. Within a second in GT4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cars are within a second in GT4 right now. But this was so far just practice. I was driving with 70 liters in the fuel tank. We're gonna change that. I'll definitely take less fuel for qualifying. Do I want to take 20 liters? I mean, it's... burn about 2.6 liters a lap. A bit late for you to drive out at this point. Session has ended a long time ago. I don't know how he's driving out because the session is we're still waiting for the session to end. Perhaps he had already pressed drive. Right, now qualifying.
Green light, give it all you can.
Conditions unchanged. Okay. Just checking that we're on fresh tires. Oh yeah. Absolutely no pressure.
No tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
I mean, I think it's sort of possible, but Maffei is a bit coming out of nowhere for me. I did not see him on the entry list and didn't expect him actually. And then there is obviously Iversen. who I have history with, having fought him in a Maserati for 4 hours straight around Barcelona. That has happened. Neither of us could truly break away from the other one. In the end he was victorious, but I definitely didn't make it easy for him. I think maybe the 4 rear wing is actually a bit too far. I was feeling a bit looser than before, but it could also be the lack of fuel on the car that is making it a bit loose. I did have issues when I qualified for Indy a week ago. Let's build a bit of a gap here. Don't need to do that in the last sector. Car behind us also trying to gap. I don't need that much gap. I'm taking this much gap. I just need about a few seconds or so, not like 6 or 7. Like that's not necessary. No, loose. Oh, did I say loose? Like loose is a you can refer to oversteer also as loose. And oversteer is when the car starts sliding. So when the rear end starts trying to come around, that's loose. When the car's pushing over the fronts, it's understeer. Or maybe also referred as being tight. Oh new. Oh new. Well, yes, but also no. I need a bit of focus here actually on driving. Turned into a slide there. That cost a bit of time. So that was a bit scruff. Can definitely go better. And we have up to 15 minutes remaining on the clock. 11:09. That's. Oh, that was too quick.
Your lap time is invalidating. Please try to stay on the track.
Yeah, second off the pace right now. Yikes. Yeah, interesting enough, the car's understeering in turn 1 a bit now, despite having taken rearing off, so it should be a bit looser there. Try and go tight there. And it's very interesting that you can feel the fuel difference on this car. Considering it is definitely not the lightest one, the GT4s. And we're talking only of taking... I don't know, how much fuel did I take out of the car? About 50 liters, so that's about 40 kilograms or so. When this lap is anyway invalidated, but I just want to adjust a few things. That's more like it. Oh, we're going straight up.
Yellow flag, be careful there. Yellow flag in sector 1.
I need to find a lot of time. That's not how you find time.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Yeah. Down to 4th. Force it in. Worst exit there. I'm only 6/10 up. I would need about 1.2 for pole. But I did scruff around here, and there seems to be most of the time that I needed found here.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Let's see, what does this give us?
Well, mate, the fastest lap so far.
About 3/10 off right now.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
No preference stall. Ooh. Just dropped 2 tenths. I have a time for 2 more laps and also fuel for that. It's not worth it to return to the pits for this. Looks like it went up at all. Nothing of value was lost. Okay, somebody killed the turn 1 braking marker. That's fun. That was the wrong line. Too tight on the entry. Would have needed to go for a later apex there. This is just qualifying. I don't think I will be able to do it, however. I think 2 Alpines have me. So this lap isn't anything anymore, but I have 1 more attempt at this. Yeah, I should have probably escaped back to the pits in the middle of the session and just got my fresh set. I don't think these tires will do it. A second off the pace, this is... But wonder laps have happened before. Ah, fuck. Yeah, that ruined the lap. Half a second already down, yeah, we're not coming back from that. As I said, there was a 1 hour race. Anything can happen there. Especially with this GT4s at the start, the order can really easily be shuffled up. The main objective is just getting through the pack of GT3s that decides to die in front. And yeah, I am satisfied. Yeah. Let's call it. Oh, let's call it. That's not gonna improve. How did the tires look after this run? Light graining on the rears, but that's about it. Otherwise it's absolutely fine. Well, I have to do the fuel math. I have no downtime. Okay, he's also in the pits, he's not gonna improve anymore. So it's just Shift, yeah, he's also coming in. He can't improve either. So it's Ivers, not Paul. By 0.09 seconds over Shift and his fellow Alpine driver. And then me in the Maserati, 0.32 seconds down. And Maffei, just 0.025 down. It is tight for sure. Maffei is definitely going to be a challenge. I struggle in the long runs with keeping the tires underneath the car. He will put definite pressure on me. And it's just excluding even the Alpines in front that most likely will start escaping in front. Although, that doesn't mean they have to. Last run, in the beginning of the race I was the fastest car, so... you just have to see. Right. We're burning about 2.65 per lap. 11's about the fastest lap. That's gonna put together 2 minute 11s. Save that number. 60 divided by that weird number. That is about 27.5 laps. Make that 28, 29, 30. And so times 2.7, and we're at 81 liters. And then put the fuel in there. The right front had slightly high pressures, but that was about it. Tire pressure was really fine. So, yeah, Iversen, Krejci, me, then Maffei, and then McDonald in his Audi, and then Blumen, Reiter, Fuchs, Gicino, Krampf, Tiger, Brands, Snyder, Squidfield, Preisler, and Horror. Well, let's go all of them. And GT3 soon will set their first flyer. With 16 GT4 cars, and then there's another 30 GT3s. First time across the line. No, he isn't the first one, somebody else was before him. Yeah, times are starting to come in. Currently low 59s, but we saw in practice low 58s, so... although only one person got to the 58s. But we're gonna see what the GT3 are gonna be able to do. What else we're gonna see with 10 minutes of downtime. Before the other session starts. Right. Oh wait, yeah, we do have a silver split in here as well. So it's not just all GT3s in one split, they're also trying to split it per skill, but I mean, the fastest silver split driver is P4 overall. Yeah, let's just say occasionally you end up with this not getting quite right. Well, we could watch Whoa! Yikes! Ah, and then he saved it kind of, but then it still went away. Yeah, I've driven that specific Porsche on this track before, and it's the default setup is definitely way too twitchy on it. And this is qualifying as well, which means the Porsche just tries to murder you completely. Because the Porsche has the engine in the back, but over the rear axle, and the fuel tank in the front. So when you take the fuel out of the car, you suddenly move the center of gravity massively rearwards. So the car changes it completely in handling when you remove the fuel. Or just driving it throughout a stint, which makes it kind of a pain in the ass. The car plants really well when you put the throttle down out of corners, because there's weight on the rear end. But if you're slightly too fast into a corner, and the rear end starts coming around, yeah, you're not saving this car. It acts like a massive pendulum and you would just fly off. Especially on low fuel. That makes also low fuel very painful because you both have massive understeer and massive snap oversteer into the next barrier. Not an easy car. But I mean, I'm not driving an easy car, I'm driving the Maserati that doesn't have traction control and ABS, which every single other car on the grid has. So yeah. Difficult. But they're getting tired. We finally broken actually through the 59 barrier by Hartmann. I find it interesting, there's quite a few Porsches actually on the grid. Pre-season testing, they weren't that good. Not many people pick them, or at least not that many I noticed. But granted, there aren't that many either, like, or actually, yeah, including the GT4s, there are quite a few, but Bolvinker's the only GT3 right now that hasn't set a lap time yet. He scored an overall last place. And if he doesn't set a lap time, he will start behind the GT4s. So, there's a bit of a problem. Both him and us. So he needs to get by us in the beginning. I was so expecting the Canon actually to stop, but he just slightly overshot the corner. Let's see what he can do on his first valid flying lap. Or hopefully it's valid. Goes up to the line, 56, 58. Where did he shoot? P2! And it's like there's Hartmann in his Audi, and then there is Bolvinker Porsche, Krebs Porsche, Reiter Porsche, and then Chamberlain Porsche. And then there's two more of these. then it's finally a BMW. Three more BMWs and another Porsche. Well, another Audi, another BMW, and then we have Hondas actually. I mean, this game has a lot of cars, a lot of different ones, even GT3 class, but fortunately we see the same few being picked. Look at it. Like the fastest McLaren is only in P23, it's very surprising. McLaren's a really popular and good car. It's like, if not the best car outside of the Audi Evo 2. McLaren is really good. There's also no Bentley, which I'm offended by. I usually drive the Bentley if I drive GT3. Love that thing. There's obviously a Ferrari. I have that to offer. And we have an Aston Martin as well. I just noticed this guy is actually running 80 in 4 ABS on his car. And he has the fastest guy. I'm pretty sure that's a track limit, yeah. It's abandoning. That was too wide. You can stay on the... as long as you keep 2 wheels on the curb, you're fine, but... the red and white stuff, but... if you go further than that, it will invalidate your lap. Very quickly. Just a bit longer. 1 more minute. And we actually have the pre-grid time as well. Temperature is slightly dropping throughout the session. Oh yeah, right, free practice starts the same time as qualifying starts. Which is why we had very similar weather, but the race itself starts an hour later. 3 PM. So we'll have probably lower temperatures. Which is neat. In-game time I'm obviously talking about it. No. Right. Oh, he has switched the LCD mode for the dashboard. Because you can switch between a few, and the Audi per default doesn't use this one. But I've seen a few people actually use this over default one. I don't think my car has actually different settings. For the main LCD. But it's also interesting that people even switch it, because, I mean, it doesn't matter for me who's driving in VR, because I do actually read the stuff that is on the dashboard. But for people who play on single screen monitors or stuff like that, you oftentimes can't even see the dashboard, or even the RPM lights above that. People just take like some out of game dashboard to get those numbers, to display effectively the dashboard backup, and oftentimes using something that isn't quite the same as the car, so you can see certain telemetry perhaps that they otherwise wouldn't, or just unify everything. Right, so Christian has completed his lap. Well then, we're on the grid now. Oh, we do have a mandatory pit stop, I just noticed. Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know we have a mandatory pit stop in this race. I did not know we have a mandatory pit stop. I did not pay attention to that. Oh, we do have to actually then do a pit entry. But the thing is, we aren't allowed to actually refuel. We're just allowed to change tires. We have to actually come in, change to a fresh set of tires, and drive out again. We also have to adhere to the pit window, which, interestingly enough, is probably easier to look at my own stream to figure out the pit window, because I don't have it on my own dashboard, but I know it's one of my overlays actually displays the pit window. Come on. Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't actually display the pit window. That's interesting. Perhaps the data isn't in yet, but it will at some point open up. We have still another 2.5 minutes before the race starts. Yeah, it is. Aww. Then good night, I guess. For you. Why do I have one that's like tucking into bed? Oh yeah, there it is. It's the GIF. That's the game I'm really looking for. Well then. I was about to say, wait, the number 69 car color penalty. There's a bunch of people who get penalties right now. Must have been from like last season or stuff. Yeah. Alright, that's just. Unfortunately, I have another hour to go. Well, that Maserati you didn't miss. What gorilla it is. Hold on, 1 minute. Also. I've checked on the website how long the pit window is. The easiest way to check. Event config. Where is it? Eh? Oh,
30 seconds.
720 seconds. How many minutes is that? It's just over 10, I guess. It's about 12 minutes or so, if I'm not incorrect. Oh, I didn't adjust my tire pressures for how cold it is. Nah, it's changed from a bit. I don't really. Doesn't matter. I have anyway a pit stop. I can put fresh tires in the middle on with better pressures.
fine.
1 hour. Wait a second. Both of them are running the same livery. I just noticed that both Eversen and Qualy both run the same Alpine Pain livery. The pit stop also changes a few things. That also explains why we have refueling ban, because people just refuel on the pit stop as well. So you have to have a heavy car in the beginning. Just noticing, I didn't pack that much extra fuel. Can't burn it that willy-nilly. Lobby should be fine. A bit far up. It's all fine. I'll soon go double file as well. Should start adjusting my brake bars again. Am I omnipotent or something that I'm able to predict that we're gonna be put double file now? Oh, we have to stop keeping it full. Yeah, right, I have to start in second gear because my first gear is a bit too short. First gear tops out at about 69 or something kilometers per hour. Start is rolled at 70. Speed limited.
Green light, green light.
Whoa, that was a short hold.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
That was a sizable whack that I just did to Eversen. Luckily,
Clear on the left.
luckily he seemed to have just about survived it.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. There's a slow car ahead.
Oh god. Oh no.
We've got some light damage on the front.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, that cost us a bunch of positions there, and we've also got some damage as well. How much? 7 seconds. Ah, that's really not good. That's probably actually gonna cost us a bit of speed.
Car on the left.
Yeah, I got a bit too greedy and then ended up facing a bunch of GT3s. And one of the GT3s was just not putting down the brakes. So he rolled back into me. Yeah, classic GT3s just destroy the GT4 race while they're at it. Well, it hasn't thrown me too far adrift. I have to overtake a few people. So I don't know how well I'm gonna do that.
Car on the left. Yellow flag is good. Watch out in front.
Basically drive around the outside off the grass and everything.
There's a slow car ahead. Clear on the left.
So, at least go and dispose of him. But where are we now on the GT4? I can see one of the Alpines in front. I don't see the other one. Don't know where he went. Ooh, that's not good. Close with the track.
Warning for exceeding
Shit.
track limits.
First warning already. Should improve once we finally get going. Yeah, one of them, two Alpines must have just gone completely missing. That was a lockup and a half. Hello there. Oh, you're discussing a restart? I mean, I wouldn't quite complain, but hey, I mean, how many cars were involved? Like 6, 7, 8? So GT3s?
Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
So, disposed of him. Yeah, we must have lost Iversen or something. Yep, Iversen is down to P8.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, it's GT3s that have been collected in the start. I'm right, I got that twitch or something. I don't think there was contact, didn't look like it. So it's now Maffei versus me. Or perhaps he can now start catching up to Crate Chip. The mandatory tire swap is also helping us because we can just abuse the tires to no end. We would usually struggle at the end of the race with our tire sets, but because everybody has changed tires, suddenly the playing field has been leveled. Oh, that's probably a track cut.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
I want to hold in there. Oh, I had to lift there to stay in bounds.
Clear on the right.
Right. Dispose of him. But I have collected already 2 of track warnings out of 3. With the 4th one you get a penalty, so I really can't afford getting more track cuts. It's probably on early in the race. It'll give you way easier track cuts. I mean, it will invalidate your times anyway. I'm starting to see me break away a bit, but I think
Sometimes the car in front
car
is
in front might be quicker than me. Who knows? We'll have to see. It's about 4 seconds up the gap. Oddly wide. Not running that much away from the car behind either.
yellow flag in sector 2.
He's quick as well, so I guess I only matched the car in front. Coming with about 4 minutes flat across the line.
Well done, mate. That's Lukas.
I went slightly quicker than him front, but not by much. And I'm still driving the car that is way more easier to make mistakes in. Although he dropped like half a second in sector 1 here. It's genuinely slow. Mafia is not letting go. Not a good line there. GT3 is coming through, great.
Car on the left.
hope he holds championship a bit up. Final part of this lap wasn't that quick. But it's still about half a second faster than him. I mean, you would expect the Alpine to be pretty good on the tires. And I guess it isn't. Maybe. He's still about 6 seconds behind us. Half a dozen positions. Oh, that's a better line for here. Seconds. Bing. Thinking. That wasn't good. Yeah, it cost me time there. Quite a bit. Birds are really loud outside. Jesus Christ, this lap has been so scruffy, I've actually lost time. I'm barely making any inroads on him. It's really difficult. Massive L this lap. He went instead of his fastest personal lap, I said one of my slowest laps. I just still stay focused 200%. Need to wait with my throttle. Always too early there. Forced me to get back out of the throttle. Oh, that's even a lapped GT3 car. He's even lapped us, so he must have like towed in the beginning of the race. Well, I am on my fastest lap so far. Saphire is also going really quick right now. I actually expected him to go way quicker than he did. He only was about a tenth faster than me. Which is like, yeah, I guess I can see that. There's the GT3 coming. Please clear me.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That's close. Slightly locked into there. It's funny when a GT3 is getting blue flags from overtaking a GT4. It's like moving a reverse. Well, closing in actually right now. It's gone a bit slower again. Division's about 7 seconds now behind, but with clear air. When perhaps I'm not expecting him to come back at all. He's probably back there because he has taken a whack. So likely his car's actually down on speed. I didn't practice stopping in the pit box with this car. Overshooting pit boxes can easily cost you a few seconds. We're so tight that anyone can get out of the pits in any order. Pace is really good still on the tires. They're really holding up. Although we're only 20 minutes in, so I would hope so. But it's still the Maserati. You usually expect them to drop a bit off. They're clearly not showing any sign of doing that. As fast as in the beginning. If not faster. I don't know when they should be opening sooner rather than later. Should probably prep the pit stop. I think I'm low on left side pressures. Down gear a bit early there. Down gear for the last parts, not the first part. There's the GT3 coming.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out.
Yeah, come by.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I think that's the race leader then. Because that was a genuine blue flag. Oh, I'm wide. I've carried the speed still. Broke a bit early. Yeah, we need to turn off the damage repairs for sure.
Faster cars approaching.
Hey, there's Bullwinkle with his Porsche.
Car on the right. On the right. Fast cars approaching. Car on the left. The pit is now open.
1, 2,
On the left.
1, 2. Actually, give 3. Oh fuck! Broke too late. Blew the brakes completely there.
The faster cars approaching.
Ooh.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Both of us hitting the pit lane immediately. There's my pit stop, there it is. Please go up. Nailed the stopping point, although I was relatively slow into the box. Checked slightly the left side pressures up. Yeah, that mess up where I overshot, that's not good for me.
Let the car stop and start clear. Let's go. Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curves.
Maserati stopping in the last box. He's still standing there. I guess he took repairs.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Just past me.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
The irony in this decision is both the GT3s and the GT4s deciding to pit at the same time in an attempt to get each other out of the way has resulted obviously in both of them being put back to get onto the track, technically. Well, it seems we were one of the few who had come in. At least it seems Baldwinkel was one of the few who had decided to immediately hit the pits in an attempt to get out of the traffic. Although it wasn't not particularly sensible from him, he should have just kept going because he had just passed the rest of the GT4 traffic. Oh, completely balls that up. Come on. I need to actually push because fresh tires are an advantage actually on the outlap.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Maffei is still about 3.5 seconds back. But I think we lost ground. Yeah, Iversen is in the pits right now. He's expected to come out behind us anyway. Head into the pits behind us. He's gonna head out of the pits behind us. It's too late on the brakes. Should have probably also put tire pressures into the right side. Those seem to be suffering a bit as well. Should be fine. Not like I can change it at this point anymore.
Faster car coming up behind you.
So who's in the pits, who isn't right now?
Well done, mate. Russell fastest lap. We are halfway through. Keep it up. Car on the right.
Come on, M4, clear me.
Faster car is approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Get another overshoot there. Maffei is actually going quicker than me.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Slow car ahead.
Traffic can make here the difference. to wait. Pass.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, those must have tangled those two, because they were massively in front of me before this. Two more GT4s in the pits, but not the race leader. I think that might actually work out in our favor. Although he might also just push double and triple hard at this point.
Car on the right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Did lose a bit of time, but not that much. Didn't need to fight him too long, luckily. Casino is in the pits now. Leaving just the race leader to circulate.
Faster car coming up behind you. There's a car leaving the pit lane. Watch out.
The GT3 is coming out.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Pit window is closing now.
Wait a second. Did he get in just about? I think. Oh, that might be just clutch for him.
Faster car is approaching.
He entered the pit lane on the last moment that he could. He ran as long as possible. In any case, he will like be then on fresh tires compared to us. Okay, he has completed his pit stop.
There's a car accident.
Oh, he has out already.
Car on the right.
Oh fuck!
Some severe damage at the front. Faster car behind.
Fuck! Oh, took a massive bite out of the pit wall there.
On the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, that is 25 seconds worth of damage. That is 4 seconds most likely off the pace now.
The car got behind you.
Fuck. He did actually have good pace for the last few laps before he came out.
Clear on the right.
But then I have a GT3 up the inside and I turn in on him
Car on the left.
and bounce into a wall. Yeah, you can see it's just going up, 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 up. We have to do damage for it. This is not gonna be a victory. This is gonna... We can hope that we're getting up on the podium at this rate. It's not worth it pitting for it. We're gonna lose a lot of time, but not enough to justify pitting for it. Considering how close he actually is, I would have probably been closer. It was weird, he showed up already as out of the pit lane, but the pit lane exit is very late on this track.
There's a slow car behind.
Had to obviously be the case that some GT3 was not able to clear me before a corner. Right, Mania is about 12 seconds behind us. So far it seems we're losing about 2 seconds a lap of the damage. It's not great. It's not gonna end the world, luckily. I could have bloody led, I think, here. I've been tied on the pit exit. GT3 was the last thing I needed up the inside. That moment. Don't need track cuts.
Faster car got behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Ooh, come on, GT3. Come on, dude. Figure out how to drive a corner, please. I mean, again, the incident with the GT3 was more my fault than his. The Ferrari, but like, I would like not to be taken out by involved in another incident, if optionally possible. Yeah, seems pace loss is about 3 seconds in total.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
It's gonna be a bit of a challenge because Morita is down to 8 seconds now and we have still 18 minutes to go. Yikes. Oh, it had to happen at like the worst timing. it happened later in the race, it wouldn't have been too much of an issue. If it happened before the pit stop, I could have fixed the car and then charged back. But if repairs time is still like not quite worth it, most likely. It seems to me Reiter is gaining about 2 or so seconds a lap. And then Iversen is another 5 seconds behind him. So not only am I not guaranteed to finish on the podium here, I might just lose out of P4 as well. Just because of a stupid wreck. To nail my lines. It's cost so much time. You can just see the time disappear in front of me. The only hope I maybe have is that Reiter and Iversen end up fighting a bit and holding each other up. And then there's another car with Squidfield behind it. This is long from over at all. And it's just now holding on for P3. Or whatever else I can get. Right at 12.6 behind, well I lapped the 14.1. That's 1.8 seconds loss. It's technically too much loss to hold the position. Only 7 seconds back, and we have 16 minutes on the clock still, which is about what, 8 laps or so. Yeah, that just doesn't add up. After that metric, I'm gonna lose all out of the top 5. This lap is slower than the other one. So much time on this section here. Oh, this lap wasn't that slow. The metric of my slow laps right now. It's just there's so many laps on the clock. And I can defend well and good, but like defending 2-second advantages are a bit, let's just say, a stretch. Especially when your disadvantage is straight line speed at this point. due to the damage. Faster. Let's get by.
Faster car behind you. Clear on the right.
Is that just GT3s, I guess?
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Faster cars approaching.
Somehow this lap is significantly slower. Well, the traffic held up the other guys behind as well. So that's at least something. Because they're 5 seconds still back. Ryzen is nearly caught up to Reiter. That's my only hope, that those two hold each other up enough with battling. There's still 10 minutes on the clock and they're 5 seconds behind me. So that's still 5 laps to go at this point. And I'm bleeding at minimum 2 seconds per lap. On the right, Ryzen is a completely different story, he's even more.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out.
Okay, another GT3 battle group. P5, 6 and 7. All close together. And catch me just as I'm heading into left field here.
Car on the left. Three wide. Clear on the left. All clear. Faster car approaching. Watch out.
Oh, what just happened? I looked away for 1 second and suddenly there was a GT3 throwing across the track from me.
Car on the right.
It doesn't matter as long as I don't leave late time. That is the only thing that matters right now.
Faster cars approaching.
One last traffic pass before the end of the race.
Car on the right.
It's going on right now. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out.
Yeah, I mean the tires would usually already be enough of a handful, but now I have also piece deficits for damage.
Car on the right.
Ooh.
Car on the right.
Fucking hell, all the traffic.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
And they closed up so much on this lap. I lost so much time with traffic there. This lap has really not gone my way. They're under 3 seconds behind, but they're right nose to tail.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right.
Doesn't mean that.
Clear on the right. Faster car approaching. Watch out.
Come on.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, that's the battle behind me. It's those two guys. At least P5 is about 9 seconds still behind me, so consolidation when I drop off the podium inevitably. I should be secure in P4 at least. Actually no, P6 is far enough back, so I'm gonna be secure in P5. Now we've got the numbers right. So I'm P3, P4 is behind me directly, then they're P5. So P6 is quite a bit back. Expect us to be nose to tail, they barely lost any time. Still gained about 2 seconds on me last time around. This is just not gonna work out for me. There's still 5 minutes on the clock. About 3 laps or so. All the defending I could do, it's not gonna be enough. These guys are faster in a straight line. I have no course of repercussion. Those two have to hard fight to have anything. That just doesn't seem to be happening. Like, sure, they're gonna try stuff on each other, but like, they don't use time. Because one doesn't slow down for the other one. So I remember the Audi isn't that slow in a straight line. Now let's see how many corners am I gonna last. Because I don't expect it to be laps. I'm not entertaining you to dive me that hard.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Like, you have a clear pace advantage. Why are you trying to dive me like that hard into that corner is a bit beyond me.
Faster car approaching. Roger.
You're not passing me. I need you actually as a shield. GT3.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Usually I've been one of the fastest cars through sector 1. Honestly, I'm not losing that much time for the SS here. It's still probably enough to swing the favor of my car being actually good in this section to them being good. I don't even need to finish my sentence, they are actually good. Oh god, what the hell is happening behind us?
Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Laps there, huh? Probably 2 to go at this point. But maybe? Somebody's getting away with the blue flag. So there's more traffic coming in.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Oh, come on!
Some light damage into the rear of the car. Clear on the left. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. Car on the right.
It's not like I didn't have enough damage, for fuck's sakes, Morita. That was so unnecessary from you.
Left.
So completely unnecessary.
Faster car coming up behind you.
And chaos continues, however. As the GT3's... Holy shit, what the fuck is going on here? Right, but that should have...
Car on the left. Clear on the
Oh, McDonald is actually now 1.2 seconds behind. You will probably have a shot at actually passing us. Due to the new damage. It's not just Reiter who gained out of this. McDonald most likely gonna pass us due to the time loss we occurred there. And we have probably 2 laps to go at this point as well. I mean, Iversen has been knocked out of this.
right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it away.
Although, I mean, I'm so much slower right now that it's like I'm pretty sure Iversen could perhaps even catch up.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And he's just gonna drive by me like I'm not here. Just nothing I can do. Too much damage.
Car on the left.
I mean, I'm gonna try, but that's not gonna change anything. He's gonna have to straight line. Oh, please, please, please!
Clear on the left.
There was another car to the right. You've nearly thrown me into him. Wait, Iversen is now 3 seconds down. Yeah, as I said, he has a chance of actually getting back on us due to all of this craziness.
Leader has finished the race.
Oh, great, couldn't you have like finished that lap earlier, because I would have had a shot at like keeping one of my positions. Funny part is that I'm actually somewhat keeping up with McDonald. He might have also have some damage, but it's just... the car is just too much of a write-off at this point.
Car on the left.
Come
Clear on
on.
the left.
Oh fuck, I messed up my braking. We just held on. We just held on. Really, really absolutely terrible race. P5 in the end. I had a shot at the win here, bounced off a GT3 into the wall, which caused me to take damage, and then obviously Reiter just sealed the fucking deal in throwing me back down the grid. Not satisfied at all by that. I did slam on the brakes, I will note that. I wanted to bump him, I didn't want to hit him that hard. But he for sure deserved a bit of a hit for that shit that he pulled. That's not okay to just run the other guy over. Keiichi in the end finished P1, 5 seconds over Maffei. Good performance there. Reiter has 27 seconds off there. That's how much it fucking cost me. Oh, the server switched sessions way too quick. I didn't get the chance to save the replay. Fuck. I wanted to look at the replay. I need to switch the setting on that it automatically saves replays, because it's really annoying. Do not have... that's annoying. Lost the replay due to that. And I need technically a replay also to figure the fuck out where the incidents were. Because I'm not gonna let that one sit on me, that's for sure. Pretty sure the GT3 that bounced off was not at fault. But I'm not pleased about what happened there at the end. That's just not something I'm gonna accept as acceptable driving standards. I expect better from him. He's a regular there, so expected him to actually, you know, drive like a sensible human being. I would need a replay. Copy. Paste. Save. Save updates. Hold on. Where is... do we actually get... Yeah, still doesn't seem like we're gonna get a bloody replay here. I need a replay, guys. I don't care. Otherwise I'm gonna struggle a bit to report. I guess I can report still, because I can still find when the incident happened on my own recording, but it's a bit scuffed, you know? It would be preferable if I could, like, look at another angle and stuff. Like, look at it before I report stuff. And also it would be nice to be able... anything else in here? That's how. Download the file. I don't care about anything else, just download the file. You can't play it, even if you tried. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm not blind with in terms of settings. How to save replay enable? Minimum replay time for save. Qualifying sessions, none. You can't actually set them to 0. Animation. think that's sensible settings. An hour 15 for... Five. I guess so. Oh yeah, right, I need to perhaps move the replay into the replay folder. That would perhaps help. Documents, ACC, replay saved. And there it is, play. So, let us look at what happens here. So I have a few things to look at in the replay. What happened here at the start of the person got eaten. So there's already a GT3 offer. There's more and more and more, and there's just like a cluster of GT3s. So where the hell does this clusterfuck actually start here? Because there's a bunch of cars just sideways already at that point. Okay, there's a beamer spinning already? Ah, these guys, the NSX has to check up. He checks up and then he gets hit by the Aston here. The Audi then spins the dick Audi around. He's now stuck in the middle of the road. So where one can avoid him. There's McLaren already spun as well. There's just such a quick chain reaction here. With two cars spinning in the middle of the road. He's not able to avoid, so he clips him slightly. Additionally, I think actually, I mean, I don't think I can actually get heli shots with when I'm in VR. Viewing the replay. Yeah, you can't. So you're kind of just stuck with this stuff. Yeah, he gets hit here, spins, then gets clipped by the McLaren that spins him the other direction. He gets hit in the back by another Audi that collects this the Golf McLaren and the Audi and then an NSX as well. In the further chain reaction, another NSX that I end up hitting. Okay, that NSX was already a bit sideways there. We have just a car stuck in the middle of the road. He slows down, he gets hit by another Audi, spins, keeps rolling backwards, gets clipped by me. And then somehow the track clears itself. Like, I still have... Like, this is such chaos that I don't want to be the steward reviewing this stuff. This is madness. So we still have to figure out where the hell did... Okay, this must be Irversen at this point. Because he had cycled... So he had also taken to the grass as well, with me. I had hit him in turn 1. He is, however, able to actually avoid hitting anything. He just drives slower, so he doesn't hit anyone. Ooh, but gets close on the Radeon. But all good, it's all fine in the end. There's the Merc. I mean, probably he took a decent chunk of damage there in the early part. Right. So when was the accident actually? Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was on me. I mean, I think he turns it relatively late, but hey. Also pulls alongside relatively late, but whatever. I knew he was there. I should have expected it. He was ahead when car contact happened, so it's like, and he definitely made the corner still. It's unfortunate how much damage that relatively light tap did to my car. So yeah, there's this incident. Oh, how close that already came. But yeah, I mean, I was... Looks familiar as Verstappen. Well, I mean, it happened way before the Apex, and also it was... Oh yeah, right, Hamilton was on the inside with Verstappen. Yeah, right, that was the case. But I mean, it happened way early. I mean, as I said, like, he dive bombed, he dived a bit there, so he was a bit straighter than perhaps expected, and it was just... I did not pay attention. I was looking at whether or not I'm gonna come out in front of the other car, where the hell the other car is, instead of actually paying attention. I knew he was there. I fucked up. It wasn't me. It's interesting, he's really like struggling to actually like you have to consider, I'm about 2 seconds slower than him. Granted, my car's actually about nearly 3 seconds per lap slower than what I'm capable of. Woo! The aggression there was clearly on from everyone involved. He just stays on the throttle as he goes off track. Yeah, he's under pressure from Ivers and behind, so he's absolutely not playing particularly ball with me, being like, hey, I want to try to keep this position, try keeping my podium here. It's just, I mean, I think there is a dropped score anyway in this championship, so... but I would have usually liked it to be Indy, because Indy seems to be actually a track where I don't have that great performance. This track actually looked sort of like I had performance there. Yeah, that was a bit... Granted, there's actually GT3 nearly running in his back. It's like, if he hadn't moved, he would have actually been lit. Because he dived, he got hit. But that stupid GT3 also paid the price for that, because he tried to dive into the GT4 in front of him. And then gets me spun into his front. And there was absolutely... Yeah, granted, that one I could have done something about, but like... A bit, right? Because I was sending him nearly around there. So I tried to stabilize my car. What the hell is this carnage absolutely here? But yeah. I'd given half a car width there on the inside. I'm just trying to recover. Bit unfortunate I bullied the GT3 that was off track there a bit to get myself back going. It's very annoying. And then the Aston just dive bombs Everson to death. It's like, come on, what the hell just happened there? Everybody saw positions and just went haywire. So unfortunate at that point. Yeah, I mean, it actually, when you watch him follow me around the track, it genuinely looks like he's struggling to actually get a move going. Considering how much fucking slower I was in the straight line, that is a miracle. He has a chance into these braking zones because I'm usually already relatively slow. There, but they're also stretched already. The little GT4 starts pulling back and wrecks half the right field out. I did that at Indy. In the US, when the DLC pack came out in that race. Like, I got bullied by the GT3, so I bullied the GT4's GT3 Porsche, so I bullied him back and it wrecked everyone in the process of doing so. Right. Let's actually figure out which corner it was again. Which corner is this actually here? I mean, I know it's village, I think. Corner complex, yeah. Lap we're on is... we're on lap 26. Okay, then. I can file the report at this point. Right, okay, thanks. Well then, where do we have here briefly the report section? Is there a report in Pro? Not Pro and GT4. For the incidents. Eh? Why am I not allowed to report? I participated in this race. I should be able to report them. Yeah, it is the correct race. I should be able to report. Very annoying. on. Discord, let me go here. So then let's just go back here. Try log out and log in. I literally logged in like 5 minutes ago, so this is interesting. Also, how can I log out again? I didn't log out. Okay. Log in, connect using Discord. Come on, Discord, authorize. Solve a mystery with Snoopy. And with Scooby and the gang. Come on, authorize. It's not letting me authorize. Discord authorize button was not willing to work. And then races. Where's there like results section or something? Because there's only race 2 in this section here. Where is... Can I get this race here? Okay, report incidents. Now it's working. Well then, we need actually a timestamp, interesting enough, not just lab. Oh, which god is it for the... God damn it, I need a track map for this track. Good. Racing circuits.info, it would be... Racing come on, load the website. This is taking its merry time here. Come on. Why are you not loading racingcircuits.info? It exists. I need a fucking track map for bloody Silverstone, and that's all I need right now. Okay, fine. We're gonna go to Sim Racing 604 and... Well, actually, it did finally load the website. It just took 5 years or so. Stone. Let's hope it finds it in half an hour. But we may just be faster over here. Coaching resources. That should perhaps include a list of... No, wait, the ACC track marks are over here. Well, can we find the corner finally? There's Silverstone, finally. Arena, so farm is 12, then 13, 14. Abbey is 11, at least on that map. So I guess that map counts on an additional corner because Abbey is there listed as 11 and here it is listed as 10. So farm curve, village, and the loop. We were on the loop. It was lap 26, I think I defined. Oh yeah, there's actually a button for a track map. I'm an idiot. It's 26. Yeah, 26. About impact occurs at about 66 minutes 45. 66 45 up 26 race the rules. Reiter and myself. Technically a GT3, but we don't count the guy. Actually, we have a button for C track. Oh, it uses that. Right. So, wait, it's a loop. Right. Submit incident. Okay. So you can't even like say your reason for reporting it. It's interesting. You can just report. Usually it would be like, oh yeah, the reasoning. What are you gonna expect to actually see? Now it's a yep. So. What I wanted to find out is like if where he was on the pit exit while I was charging. When did the incident happen again? I guess it hadn't happened yet. Which lap? Where did I collide with the GT3 there? What's this lap? Yeah, that's this lap. Because I did see him declare this pit. Yeah, he was on the pit exit in this moment. He had just cleared the pit speed limit line, but it would have been an interesting drag race because I had momentum. There he is. You can see him. Yeah. I would have probably had the momentum actually to pass him if I hadn't been taken out in that very moment. Well, I hadn't taken out myself to be precise. think I'm done at this point. Interesting. Anything else to look at in this replay? That's me suffering from more and more misfortune. Yeah, decent set a few passes early on in the race. Passing this guy, for example, where I basically drove into the grass to pass him. He's obviously deeper than me into the corner, but what the hell are these two doing? Oh yeah, we had that one incident that happened right in front of me where a GT3 got launched across my face. The Porsche battling. I want to figure out what the hell happened with these cars in front. Because they were bugging into each other. This one didn't make it particularly far. He got hit by the guy behind. Stops. Turns his car around. Stalls, I guess. And tries to... Oh, what the hell is that? Why did this guy like drive straight into him? Like he dive bombed them there. That was, you went for a gap that never existed, bounced into him and then spun yourself because you're incompetent. And got finished off by another guy. And then you just launch your car back up and you drive into the other guy. What is that? Who's this 26 guy? I mean, he's most likely not gonna be squad on the list, but damn. That is something. Maybe that does appear already in the report section. That would be hilarious if I can like report someone else. No, we don't want to report on that incident, but we just open SRXP again. So that's the timeline for races, but I want to see my past races actually. It's a bit difficult actually on the site to do. To get your past results. Past, that's past seasons, that's not... I must be doing something wrong because it's way too complicated to get actually to like results and stuff. Oh yeah, we don't get car numbers on here, so let's just briefly browse those on SGP itself, because SGP will have the car number. Silverstone. Okay. It is some sort of a cars. Where's the entry list here? Somewhere it should list the entry list here. Why are you not listing me the entry list? Right, I've got the pin and link it. Boom. So, right, I mean, we're not gonna care about this guy as he's doing at the end. And I should just end the stream instead of chatting, interrupting all the time to write some essay about the woes of the world. Right, where were we? I wanted to figure out what the fuck happened with... I mean, we could find the Porsche, actually. It's probably in part easier to... Oh, yeah, that Porsche GT3. It's not this. Is it this one? No, it is this one, clearly. Okay, yeah, there's the Aston. They're battling, because the Aston then suddenly dies. Okay, past these, there's some battling. Okay, now he's suddenly ahead. Wrong direction. Okay, there he is. They're delivering each other a very hard-fought battle. Oh yeah, right, they need to pass first. If there's an Reiter and then me. Now we're coming up to it. Now we're finally coming up to it. Yeah. So what the hell happened here? That is so stupid. Oh, that is probably a racing incident, if I'm honest. Like, why is the Porsche driving in the middle of the fucking road? Like, come on, move to the left. And he's driving right. The Porsche is clearly moving right here. But also the Aston is moving left at the same time. So what the hell are both of you doing? Yeah, the Porsche clearly moved right. You can see that he's like moving on these grid spots, although they're not straight either. No, those grid spots are not straight either. But like he's clearly moving to the right on those. And the Aston, let's see. What's the Aston doing? Yeah, he's correcting slightly left and then the contact happens. He went slightly left and that was all that was needed. Oh, that is so unfortunate. I can understand that poor guy because he probably took a hefty whack into the wall there from that. Right, that was an interesting incident. Yeah, you try to go here. There was barely an Audi wood there in the approach to the corner, and then also he nearly hit me then, and then he obviously get shafted in the traffic, so a lap later here. I'm starting to turn and you don't even have overlap yet. Now you have finally overlap, but I have fully committed already on the turn. You're luckily on the outside, nothing matters really, but like... I underestimated how far actually you... I thought you were longer alongside me, but there's a full meter between us here. So I was like, can I close the door here without you slamming into me? So I gave just enough room there, technically for a car. But you unfortunately still hit me. I've had to open massively further up. Yeah, I mean, I'm fully turned in before there's any contact. Like, there's no discussion. I'm turned in. There's actually room still on the inside. It's gonna be tight once I start cranking. Actually, I would have had enough room for him on the inside to support him, but he's just, like, not there. Not at the point of contact, not at all. think I've seen enough. I'll end this. I've dragged this way too long anyway. Yeah, not pleased. Why are you not use liveries? Alright then. This is done now. I don't need the client anymore. I can finally get some rest, I guess. Oh yeah, right, I actually need to close my overlay down as well. Right. Okay then. Not too satisfying in the end. P5. Looked for more at times. Although, I mean, after qualifying in P3, this was... P4 would have been also pretty good already at that point. In the end, it was more like, well, I'm gonna get P2. More like I could fight for P2 till the accident happened. And then it became fighting for P4. Fighting to stay on P3, which didn't look particularly great most of the time for it. Right. Okay then. I'm shit at commentating. I will just end this at this point. I've dragged this on way longer than it actually needed to. God, this is 3 hours long. There's an hour, I think, just of post-race at this point. Completely unnecessary. I will end this. Good night. Bye-bye. Hopefully Kota will be better than this. We definitely have the pace.